So, you know those really shriveled potatoes I planted maybe like 2.5 months ago? Little seed potatoes that have been sitting there for a long time. They've sprouted and they look a bit weird, so I wonder how many we'll get out of them. Some of them look really quite bad. They grew. I've got potatoes. It's the middle of winter. We've had some, I mean, it's Auckland, so they're not like severe frosts, but we've had some frosties, and the chickens got in here and ate some of the leaves. So yeah, there's no greenery left on my potatoes, so we're going to dig them. I feel like a pirate every single time I dig potatoes because I feel like I'm robbing stuff, maybe gold and stuff. Is that just me? It's okay if it is, but yay, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, let's dig. That one didn't have too many. Weed, more weeds. Potato. Little ones, seed potato. Some of the clay we have in here. Potato. It's quite exciting. It's kind of like one of those experiments in gardening, right? I left them for too long, they looked really weird. We've already had a potato salad out of them. So, oh wow, look. Turn you around a bit. What's under here? Lots of little ones on the stem. More little ones on the stem. Let's see what we can get out of the ground. So I guess that's kind of like a good example of why maybe determinate and indeterminate paying attention to that kind of might increase your harvest. I know there's so many different schools of thought. Getting quite a few littler ones, but they'll all make great potato salad. That one's got a bit of sun scald on the top. Yeah, I'll put it in. Won't eat it, but I'm totally going to count it. Little soggy seed. Ooh, nice size. So maybe I have to go down a bit deeper. Ooh, you're falling over. Okay, move ya. Potato count so far. Like, I'm not unhappy with that. That's pretty good. Okay, another one on the surface with a bit of scald on it. I'm ridiculously excited. Isn't that such the cool thing about gardening? Like, I didn't do anything really. I tried to give them good soil and then just neglected them. I watered them in at the very beginning, and then it's Auckland, so it rained. I hope you're enjoying the sound effects. Oh yeah, nice. And I'm using my grandmother's garden fork, which I always, I don't know, I feel kind of maybe a little bit more connected to her when I use it. Maybe I get some of her good gardening juju. Lots more clay. All right, move you again. You're now in the onions. Let's see what's under this beastie. I can see. Wow. That's really nice. Lots of babies on the plant still. So these were really going for it. probably if I'd netted. I think I need to put a garden fence around here in case the monsters get out again. I don't think I'll ever be free of potatoes in here now. There's so many little ones, my goodness. Brace yourself for years of the volunteer potato videos. Ooh, nice. Okay, I think that's actually it. So, oh, and I dug up an onion. I need to replant that. So in completely normal fashion, my hair looks amazing and I'm red and sweaty because digging is, it's really heavy soil. So anyway, I dug my potatoes and I got sweaty and this is what I got. Yay! I'm pretty proud of that, if I'm, all things considered, if I'm being honest. There's some pretty nice big ones in there. I mean, look at that. That's not bad. All from a shriveled potato, or few shriveled potatoes. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Versus growing in buckets. Buckets are way easier to harvest, and you don't obviously have potatoes coming up forever. But I mean, it's no, you just pull it out if you don't want it. It's all good. Buckets are easier to harvest. I think I got more actually out of being in the ground, probably because they stay moist. They didn't dry out, they got frosted. They would have got frosted in buckets. Chickens probably wouldn't have got them because they don't get into the part over the fence. So jury's out, although I think I've got more to plant when it gets a little bit warmer. So I'm going to do in the ground garden potatoes again, and then I'll compare again. But anyway, hi, it's been a couple of months, so I hope you enjoyed watching me pirate my potatoes, and I'm going to go and get some washed for Tom tonight, and they're going to be yum. I hope you're having a great winter, and I hope you're doing fun things in your garden. Plant strawberries. Now's a great time to plant strawberries. I actually bought some from Awapuni. I've got 50 strawberry plants ready to go, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. I've taken some time off work to play in my garden. So yay. I will plant 50 strawberry plants in the next video, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do, because I love strawberries, but I don't love buying them from the supermarket. I'd rather kind of know what goes on them, and what's cooler, walking down and grabbing sun-warmed strawberries from your garden before the dog does and the birds do. Netting is in my future, or buying a punnet from the supermarket and kind of being let down by their taste. I prefer the first one. So that's the next video. But in the meantime, yay for potatoes. You can grow from really small, shriveled up potatoes. If you gave them more love than I did, you would have got a better harvest, but I'm happy with what I got. So if you find potatoes that are shriveled up and they've got like a little bit of life looking in them, put them in the garden. What's the worst that can happen? They don't grow, but chances are they will. Anyway, bye guys.